Welcome to the Never Yield podcast. Today is Tuesday, April 28th, and Cal makes a huge splash on the recruiting front. We have a recap from the football spring game as the Never Yield podcast was live on location, and much more from around the sports world. Andrew, how was your weekend, brother?
It was good. It's busy but good. We had a soccer game Saturday morning. We played what I believe is the junior Brazilian all-star team.
Oh,
This is the second time we played the red team. This is what they're called, and they're fantastic. We lost 11-0 the first game. We got on the board this time.
okay.
But anyway,
what's a good Brazilian soccer player's name? I know it's not Messi or Ronaldo. Neymar,
Pele?
is that one?
Pele?
No, I'm talking about current.
Oh.
Was Pele from Brazil?
I thought so.
Maybe.
This is
I think Neymar. I think Neymar's a guy.
okay. I mean, as your trusted soccer podcast
correct.
resource,
That's correct.
we
had a bunch of little mini Neymars out there.
Yeah. No, so had to go straight from just getting throttled to a cousin's birthday party, then straight from the birthday party to spring game. So busy Saturday.
That's right.
But good. How was yours?
Yeah, good. It was good also. Let's see. We played travel baseball Friday night, played travel baseball Saturday morning, played travel baseball Sunday, 2 games. Played just got back from coach pitch baseball. The 6-year-old and the 8-year-old league hit a inside the park home run tonight. So
let's go.
You might as well be playing with a bunch of 12-year-olds because
there you go.
He's 3 for 3 with an inside the park home run. So good for Sawyer.
Can't do better than that.
Let's see. 2 weeks later, I got the swing set finished and built today.
Okay.
So 2,000 pieces later, a bunch of sore backs and bruised knees, and got it done all by myself. No help.
Hey.
So that's it says the instruction says you will need 3 people for some parts of this job.
Okay.
And I proved the instructions wrong. Did it.
All right.
All solo. So obviously the hardest part was getting the big heavy bar that the swings hang down from connected to the playhouse part. That was that was a difficult part, but got it done. So
okay.
Yeah. Hey, good weekend. Good weekend.
They can enjoy it with a 95% chance of rain tomorrow.
That is correct. Yeah. But the best part of the weekend, bar none, is
NFL
simply
draft.
was that this weekend? Did we just have that this weekend?
Yeah, we had the NFL draft.
Yeah. Is this right here, ladies and gentlemen? That is correct. The number 1 recruiting class in the country. Not Duke, not Carolina, not the reigning national champions. The Arkansas Razorbacks for, I'm assuming, the first time ever. You remember when all the Kentucky fans said that Kentucky was the brand, not John Cal, not Coach Cal?
Yeah.
You remember when they said that?
Yeah.
I don't know. Is Coach Cal the reason, or is Kentucky? Because let's see, where's Kentucky at here?
We're out of the top 25. We're out of the top 30.
Kentucky.
Out of the top 50.
We got to load more. Oh my gosh, we got to hit load more.
Austin P. We've seen them before. We've seen UTEP before. We've seen Florida International.
Oh, look who I found. The Kentucky Wildcats at number 90. Yeah, that's anyways, so was Cal the reason, or was Kentucky? I can't remember. But anyways, what a great time to be a Razorback fan. When all the naysayers, including myself, were doubting Coach Cal, Did he go answer exactly what we were looking for with getting some big, strong fourth, fifth year post centers, 5 big men? No. But he addressed the power forward, which I said last pod, I don't have any idea what the plan is at the 4. And we definitely addressed that today. So I'm just going to make sure everybody sees the number 1 Arkansas Razorbacks. 4, count them, 4 5 stars, even though according to 24/7 it's 3 and 1. Several of the services have it as 4 5 stars for your Arkansas Razorbacks coming into next year. So yeah, that's exciting stuff. It's a good time to be a Razorback
What's
fan.
the theme? We may not be national champions or Final Four, but we'll be relevant and have some dudes.
That's
so,
right.
There you go.
And I think we'll start there today, obviously.
Yeah.
Andrew's been preaching for like a month. He wants some overseas kid. He wants some European.
That's the recipe.
And you got your wish. Mikka Muurinen commits to Arkansas. The 7'5" Finnish 5-star. Played last year professionally in Serbia. Big time get for Cal. So his what's the word I'm looking for here? His timeline is kind of weird and unique. He's not some kid that's just been playing high school ball in the USA the last 3 or 4 years. Let's see. So his sophomore year, he showed up to the Peach Jam, which is the largest, AAU tournament in the country. And he went as a sophomore. He wins the MVP of the Peach Jam, and that's when he kind of got on the radar. He wasn't really well known until that tournament. He was on the same team as JJ Andrews, Brad Bill Elite. That's what makes me think JJ's side eye emoji, like a month ago now, maybe 2 weeks ago, was probably about this because he was on the same team as this kid.
Okay.
And maybe he just knew way before, that this was happening.
Mm-hmm.
But that's where he got noticed. And right after that Peach Jam, the offers started flowing in. Duke, North Carolina, Kentucky, Michigan, Arkansas. I mean, it was just offer crazy. And I'm going to mess this timeline up because he's taking a long road to get where he's at. But he went prep school his junior year. Had a decent year at prep school. I don't remember the name of the team, somewhere in Arizona. And then instead of playing high school basketball his senior year, he went ahead and went pro. Skipped his senior year of high school to go pro.
Didn't we all?
Yeah, right. I mean, we all had that opportunity, but education was so important to me and you that
we
had to get that diploma, most importantly.
Absolutely.
But he went over and played in Serbia, okay, with a bunch of grown men. I mean, he was an 18-year-old playing professional basketball in like the 3rd or 4th biggest, most competitive league in the world in Serbia. And he only averaged like 4 or 5 points a game, I think, playing only like 7-8 minutes a game. But once again, he's playing with grown men that are just not making the NBA. A bunch of Americans on top of Europeans playing over there.
Mm-hmm.
And then he played in somewhere or another. He played in the FIBA World Championships for Team Finland, not the 18U, teen national world champ, like the FIBA World Championships. Like
mm-hmm.
him and Nikola Jokic were guarding each other, like the best player in the world. And he really actually had a pretty good showing in that. I want to say he averaged like 7-8 points a game. Playing with NBA superstars. Lauri Markkanen was on his team from Finland, who's an NBA All-Star.
Mm-hmm.
And when he went overseas, I think his recruiting kind of died down a little bit. Some teams quit recruiting him as hard because he was playing professionally over there. And then like 3 weeks ago at the Nike Hoop Summit, he just went crazy. That's the game. It was like the week after the McDonald's All-American game. And that's when Jordan Smith Jr. had like 30-something in that game, I think it was. And anyways, he showed out. Mika did. So it really picked up, I guess, then. Maybe picked up again. I don't know. It's probably picked up before that. I know he said Cal was just consistently on the last 2 years. That's one reason he picked Arkansas, because he was one of the team guys who didn't just kind of quit talking to him when he went pro. And I mean, 7 foot, 5-star. If he would have stayed here, he would have been a McDonald's All-American. He was a top 10 player in the country in his class before he went pro. And so, yeah, dude, just a really, really good pickup. 7 foot, can score at all 3 levels. He's got the European game. He can shoot it. He can drive it. He is a Showtime dunker. He is very, he likes to run his mouth, I think would be a good word.
Are you telling me from everything you just said, including that last line, are you telling me that we got a Dirk, a Antetokounmpo, and Larry
Giannis.
Bird all in one person?
That's a really good comp, actually. That's a really good comp. So essentially, he's gonna be the best player to ever play.
Yeah, I mean,
Dirk, Giannis, and Larry Bird all in one.
Can trash talk, can dunk like Giannis, and can shoot like Dirk.
Yeah.
Let's go.
He's special. He's a freak. Now some of the I just kind of said a lot of people kind of cooled off on him because he does tend to run his mouth a lot. He taunts after he gets a lot of dunks, which he gets a ton of dunks.
Okay.
And the whole going pro thing kind of, and only averaging like 4 points a game kind of scares some people off, but it's kind of a high, I wouldn't even call it a risk, but like a lot of people just kind of feel like they didn't know what they were getting out of him. So a couple teams quit recruiting him, but it's not the big bruiser. He's not going to be the defensive physical guy we've been wanting. I'm sure he's going to be fine on defense, but he's going to be, I think he'll be an elite scorer right off the bat. I think, if you're, I was gonna say, if you're trying to compare him to a 5th-year Trevin versus a true freshman Mika, I don't know. Like, I don't know how, like, what the difference is going to be. I know the upside is like lottery pick. Trevin's upside was never lottery pick.
Right.
But the upside is obviously lottery pick, 5-star recruit. So, yeah, just really, really, really excited, man. Cal does it again. When we all think he's sleeping at the wheel, he's out working behind the scenes, and here we are. So, does this fit your European guy that you were wanting? Does this fit the mold?
Yeah. Yeah, we'll take it. We'll say, and that's what I was gonna say just a second ago. I was like, so is this like a upgraded Trevin Brazil replacement kind of? So maybe Brazil before he got hurt the first time kind of guy. I mean, with a higher ceiling.
Yeah. I mean, Trevin averaged what this year? 13 and 8, I think, is what he averaged. You know, that's gonna be hard for a true freshman to do in the SEC. But I just
You're
think
getting 8, 9 in FIBA, you can get 13.
you would think. Yeah, you would think. So yeah, I don't know. I mean,
especially if we don't sign any more bigs.
yeah, which we'll get to that in a minute. But yeah, just really excited, man. Like I just pulled it up, man. The number 1 class in the country, Arkansas. Just who would have thought? So now what everybody's saying is like you've answered it at the 4. You could play him at the 4. You could even play him at the 3 some if you wanted to. Like that's his skill set. Like he's probably more of a small forward than a center. If you had to pick 3 or 5, I mean he's naturally going to be a 4, but if you had to play him at the 3 or 5, it maybe even be the 3 more than the 5. But yeah, you play him at the 4. If you get Billy at the 3, and then if Leak comes back and he's at the 2, you got Jordan Smith at the 1, and then just go out and get one big. We need to get 2, I feel like, but just get 1. And I think with the addition of this guy offensively, you don't even have to go get a really high-powered offensive scoring 5 guy. You just got to get the big physical bruiser who can protect the rim, move just the 2006 version of Andrew Drake is what we need. Like just
There you go.
the bruiser down low. I mean,
Gonna rebound, gonna block out, gonna rebound, get you a couple buckets if you need them.
play elite defense, elite post defense.
That wasn't Andrew Drake, but I was a liability on defense, but everywhere rebounding I could handle it. But that was it.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I feel like it's coming together. I mean, you're one good signing at the 5 away, and from being a top 5 preseason team, especially if Malik comes back. If Leak comes back, you're sitting good. If he doesn't come back, that's why you got Jeremiah Wilkerson from Georgia to kind of handle that, some of that scoring right there. So yeah, man, I feel like the roster is really coming together. And I mean, I know we got baseball going on. I know we got football. Spring game just wrapping up, but it just seems like Cal's got the whole entire state when talking about basketball. It's like year round. I mean, it's just really, 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 really fun for me to see. So being a basketball guy.
Yeah.
Then the latest news on the 5 is I keep thinking, and I know it's not what people want to hear, and I haven't watched a ton on this kid, but Obina Akizi, the kid we're talking about reclassing, he's narrowed it down to his top 5 schools: Kentucky, Louisville, Arkansas, BYU, and Maryland. Everybody acts like Arkansas is in the driver's seat. So it's starting to look like it may be Akizi is the 5. Like, so you're going with a high school junior who's going to be a senior technically a high school senior next year. But I mean, he's going to be super talented, obviously. And I think, I think that's the way it's going to go, if I had to guess. And then you got this Cooper Bowser kid from Furman. You got Paolo Samito, obviously, who we've talked about, 7'1", who's a top 50 player in his class last year, redshirted for the Hogs this year. And if you could just go get one, I just feel like we need one guy, though. Even if you get a Kesey, you need one 4th, 5th year guy to come, that can just, with some experience, strong, physical presence, because that, as skilled as Kesey is, that just does worry me a little bit. But I just get vibes that Cal's just going to keep zigging or zagging while everybody else zigs. And he's going to be like, all right, y'all told me I need to go get more physical down low. Well, I'm going to go get less physical down low. And more skilled.
You told me to get a 5th-year
guy.
I'm going to get a guy that's not even a high school senior.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
We'll see. See how that. It's a bold strategy. We'll see how it works out, Cotton.
It really is.
So,
but if you've not watched the highlights of Mikka Muurinen, also known as Slim Jesus, I don't know how that's going to play in the Bible Belt. The nickname Slim Jesus.
Give me 30 a game and it'll fly.
Yeah, right. Be a first team All-American like Darius Acuff as a freshman and call yourself whatever you want. But if you haven't watched any highlights on him, you need to get on Twitter, YouTube, and dude, he has some Showtime dunks. He is freak athlete.
I'm gonna go look it up. I need to come up with a Jan Berdirk. I'm trying to come up with a name for him for my comp. Jan Berdirk. We'll come up with something.
But yeah, really excited. Big news for the Hogs. So leave us a comment. Tell us what you think about Mikka. Tell us what you think about having the number 1 recruiting class in the country.
Now that's strictly high school. That's not combined with the portal.
Correct. Combined, I think we're number 7.
Okay.
Our portal class is ranked 50 something. So,
right.
So total we're number 6 or 7 according to the people who say they know. So,
okay.
Anyways, but this kid can really shoot the 3. I don't think I talked about that, but he's really can catch and shoot the 3. I mean, 7 foot. I think he just has all the skills to be a lottery pick. if not after his freshman year, maybe after his sophomore year. So, anyways, last bit of basketball news before we move on. Billy Richmond officially declared for the NBA draft a couple days ago. Obviously, while maintaining his college eligibility. So, I think I'll just be shocked if I don't blame him for doing it, obviously, just to see, but I'll be very, very surprised if Billy does not end up coming back to Arkansas next year. It's obviously a good thing he did it. It wasn't I'm entering the NBA draft and also entering the transfer portal, like a bunch of kids do. So
Yeah.
transfer portal is obviously closed, so it's
Yeah.
either NBA or Arkansas for Billy next year, as well as Malik technically. But yeah, no surprise there with Billy. I mean, put a percentage on it, Andrew. What do you think the percentage is that Leak NBA to college and Billy NBA to college? What give me a estimation percentage wise?
I've got Billy higher chance to come back to
Oh yeah.
Arkansas than going
Yeah.
pro. I'll say I'm 85% on him coming back. Leak, I lean towards him coming back, but I don't know, it's dicey. So I'll go 52% chance that he comes back.
There you go. That's a lean. That's a lean. You said you lean. 2% lean.
It's a 2% lean. So yeah, and that may be just hopeful. Signing what's his name, Wilkerson from Georgia.
Wilkerson, yeah.
That does give me a slight pause to make me lean 52% NBA, but I like Billy to come back.
I just wish I knew what Leak's number was. Like,
yeah.
is it just straight, hey, if you're in the first round, you're gone? Or like, you gotta be top 20? Like, I just wish I
I haven't followed it in a while, but it is a decent little drop off from lottery pick to the bottom half of the first round, right?
Next pod, I need to pull that up and see exactly what that looks like. The difference.
I think it's a decent little drop off from there.
Yeah. So yeah. But no surprise there with Billy. I think if he would just come back and obviously just really put a lot of time into his 3-point shot, be a 3-and-D guy, 3D and dunk guy at the next level. I mean, NBA teams will drill a guy who can dunk, shoot the 3, and play D. You don't have to be a great ball handler. I mean, you don't have to be a great creator, pull up. Like, dude, just if you can dunk it, shoot the 3, and play D, then there's a spot for you on a bunch of rosters. So I'm hoping that's what Billy decides to do.
Like a Tayshaun Prince comp ish.
I mean, Tayshaun was a way better 3-point shooter than Billy, though.
Well, I'm saying
I think wasn't Tayshaun like 6'10"? I feel like
been.
Tayshaun was huge.
He might have
one
been.
of the best basketball games I ever watched in person in my life was Tayshaun Prince versus Joe Johnson and Bud Walton. Just going back and forth, going.
Did we go together to that game?
I don't remember. Might have.
I think we were.
I don't know. No, that was like 2002. I don't think we knew each other yet.
Oh, okay.
Was that 01?
Right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
No, I was at that game though, so I must have gone with with my dad. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, Tayshaun was 6'9", so he's a little bit bigger than Billy. Okay. Dude, yeah, if you can be a Tayshaun Prince, dude, you're an NBA lifer, man. Yeah, he had a hell of a career. The SEC Player of the Year in 2001, Tayshaun Prince. So
yeah, no, he was a beast in college and for a little bit there with the Pistons.
Yeah, but yeah, he was a good college, good NBA player. Anyway, so yeah, that's the basketball news. Still talking basketball in April. I love it.
Yeah.
Now to the second maybe third most important sport on campus that people care about, football. You got to attend the spring game on Saturday.
Yeah.
I know you had a lot going on between probably cotton candy runs and whatever else they had
Well,
going.
so we went to the cousin's birthday party after the soccer game, and
She was worn out.
yeah, she was not about the spring game, so she canceled on me, and so it was just me and my dad went, and
Okay.
so it's
Well,
probably
let
for the
us.
best because the spring game was like right around nap time, and probably would have had a meltdown. So
Yeah,
damn.
yeah. Well, give us the insight. Was there anybody there besides you two? Were you two the only people in there?
I don't think that they published the numbers, but if I was guesstimating, I would say 10,000, maybe,
Okay.
maybe.
It's more than I would have thought. So
Well, you want my hot seat right off the
yeah.
bat?
Yeah. 100-yard check.
I don't. All right, so I didn't have my daughter with me, so we didn't go to the petting zoo. We didn't make the Justin Moore concert. I didn't get to grab a beaver tail at the food truck
Ooh.
outside or whatever. But so we got in like right before it started. Um, I guess you had to have a ticket to get in because they were scanning at the thing.
All right, $10 for us poor people.
Uh, so we came up the east side of the stadium, where like the student section side.
Yep.
First beef. All the entrances are closed on that side. All right. Actually, first of all, let me tell you this. Tell me how much sense this makes. You'll get my point here in a minute. So all the entrances on the east side are closed. It's only gates 1 through 14, which is the west side of the stadium, Razorback Road,
Yep.
wrapping around to basically the Razorback statue over there
Yep.
in the northeast corner. Those were the only gates that were open. Okay, so west side, home side to the northeast corner. The only gates that were open. Everything else is closed. Get in the stadium. The entire west side of the stadium is roped off. So you have to come in on the west side or the northeast corner, but you can only sit on the opposing
Of
field
course.
side, which normally would be awful because that's where all
The
the sun is.
sun. Yeah.
At this time of day, the whole stadium was basically in the sun. It
Yeah.
was at 2:00. Um, so just what are we doing? Why you can only get in on the west side, but you can only sit on the east side?
Trying to make you get your steps in.
Dude, I don't know. Anyway, so that was done poorly. That is my biggest complaint, probably. I mean, just I don't understand the logic behind that. And then I think the ticket thing hurt your attendance for sure. Uh, I've been to maybe 4 or 5 spring games in my lifetime. That was one of the least attended ones I feel like I've been to.
Which is sad because it's a new coach. It should be
Yeah,
excitement and
right.
huh.
Um, and regardless of how we feel, and we've said many times on this podcast, it's a clean slate
Oh yeah.
until you prove otherwise. But I do feel like a lot of the fan base just still has a little bit of that. There's a little letdown in the coaching hire as far as who the head start that we got on everybody, and then ended up with our most people's fifth choice coach. I think a lot of people are out there prove it to me before I go full support mode. We'll say that. Now, as far as the game itself, if I had to put it in one word, I would say unimpressive.
Ooh.
It was 14-13.
I saw the score was 14-13. Our
There
defense
was
must be legit.
yeah, I mean, all SEC first teamers everywhere. No, and I say that I will get into. I mean, that's going to sound a little negative, but as far as that's the game in its entirety, there were some pieces that were some things to be excited about. I'll break down a little bit, and you can give me your thoughts on it. So, first of all, Braylon Russell, probably best dude on the team. Like
I heard he had a good day.
Most impressive.
6
Like
carries, 35 yards.
yeah, and that was 34 of those were after contact. So he's a dude. We're probably lucky to have him. People have mixed feelings, about him entering the portal earlier. I would have entered the portal too had I not been used the way he was not used by the previous staff. So, he's going to be our workhorse. I feel like. Rest of the running backs outside of one.
Did
Outside of one,
Sutton Smith not carry the ball any?
Sutton Smith is the transfer from Memphis.
Yeah, I got the stats right here, and it doesn't have him on the list for any rushing yards.
Yeah, I didn't see him a lot out there. I got the roster here that they gave me. Yeah, I didn't see him carry the ball a lot. They so I don't know if he was hurt, maybe.
And I didn't watch any. I saw a bunch of people were doing like post game, like YouTube streams of what they saw, and I didn't watch any of them. So it may be out there somewhere. But
I haven't watched any of that stuff either. But so guy that got a lot of touches was TJ Hodges, a true freshman from Bryant.
Yeah.
He did not have a good day.
8 carries, 17 yards, right at 2 yards.
He did not have a good day. Had a couple drops. He fell on his own untouched one time. So
true
he did not have a great day.
Should still be in high school right now, technically. So we'll give him a little pass.
Jasper Parker from Michigan, he had an incredible run and like juked a dude out of his shoes. So he had a good run. Does
he look the part? I mean, I think coming from Michigan,
so. Again, I don't think he had a ton of touches, but there was one run where it was like a special run.
Yeah, he had 5 for 25. Jasper Parker,
and most of I think the one run was like 21 yards or something.
Oh,
I mean, it was a good run. So some other things to be. I'll get into the quarterbacks here. There shouldn't be a competition.
Name your starter.
Oh, KJ Jackson. And I've said it on here after meeting him, huge fan, great kid. Before the game, if you've listened to this pod at all, you've picked up that I look at things that other people probably don't look at, but just watching the team run out and go to their sidelines, a lot of times when it's a regular game, they run through the A offense one side, defense on the other. They meet in the end zone, and they all kind of kneel down, and half the team will go to the end zone and kind of kneel down, do a prayer. Other half just goes to the sideline. KJ Jackson kind of led the offense out of the tunnel. They didn't do the A. They didn't have the whole band on the field, but they ran through. He was on the red team, so they ran to the sidelines. He led the offense out, and then turned around after he got back and dapped up every single player behind him. Took the time to like high five each one. Was the last one to go to the end zone, kneel down, do a prayer, and then go back to the sidelines and be like pumped up. I just thought that was cool. AJ Hill just ran to the sideline, didn't do anything like that. But that's like a leadership thing that I just picked up and noticed. Like that's just something cool that I picked up.
So before you go on, KJ Jackson was 9 of 13 for 129 and a tutty. AJ Hill was 9 of 17 for 95 and a pick. So obviously KJ had a better game in this specific game. But what did you see, non-stat wise from both guys?
Yeah. So KJ he missed CJ Brown in the back of the end zone. CJ Brown was open by like 3-4 yards, and just beautiful ball, just threw it right out of the end zone. I mean, just outside. CJ caught it, but he was out of bounds. So just a little more touch on the deep throw. He did make it up and had I don't know how many yards in the air it was, but CJ caught it and ran a pretty good ways for a touchdown. CJ will be our number one receiver is my prediction on the year. Going to AJ, but then just staying on KJ for a second, he had a couple throws that you were like, they were impressive. Couple throws that he had. One on the run going opposite direction. One off his back foot to the sidelines where only Jordan Anthony could get it. And then another one where he had to throw it over a defensive back high for Jordan Anthony to go get, which he went and got. Jordan Anthony also, he's the receiver number 19 out of Warren. Sorry, I'm saying
Antonio
Jordan. Antonio Jordan. Excuse me. Antonio Jordan out of Warren. My prediction, our number 2 receiver, he looked good. Excited about him.
They hyped him up last year, boy.
Right.
Like he was something.
Yeah. And again, I'm not going to spring practices. I haven't watched anything other than the spring game on Saturday. That's my only observation. But Jordan Anthony, impressive.
Antonio Jordan.
Gosh, why do I keep saying that? Anyway, Antonio Jordan. Edit that out. Edit my mistakes out. Yes. All right. Going to the white team. AJ Hill. I'm not impressed. And I promise I'm not. I know I hyped up KJ Jackson to be an awesome kid, all that stuff. I've met him, have not met AJ Hill. I promise I was like looking at it from like, I just want to see who played better. And I promise from my observations, AJ Hill's just he's not there yet. I'm not saying he can never be. I'm not obviously not at spring practice. I haven't been at all those and other scrimmages, stuff like that. So, but just from my observation on Saturday, I don't know that I've ever seen a quarterback throw ducks like inside of 10 yards. I'm talking like on a dart, it looked like a duck, just wobbling. And he kind of like shot puts it. It's not like a nice, pure passing motion. And obviously, and the pick was terrible. Like, wasn't even close to him and the receiver were not on the same page. And I forget who he was throwing to, but based on the receiver's reaction, the receiver was in the right place and AJ threw it to the wrong place. I don't know. For me, he's just not there yet. And,
I thought KJ Jackson was like an SEC quarterback last year at Texas.
Yeah.
Even against Missouri. Dude, he had some throws. I was like, oh, this dude is starting the SEC right now.
Yeah.
So I would hope another offseason that, I don't know. But
yeah, he had one. We sat in the south end zone, so we're looking at it, going and coming to us. So we're watching holes open up, and watching. So you're seeing it kind of from the quarterback's perspective, either going away from you or coming to you. The throw that he had one throw to Antonio Jordan. I'm just gonna call him Jordan Anthony forever. No, Antonio Jordan. Where he literally had to. He was getting. So KJ was getting pressured, and he had to make a throw over a defender and threw it high. I mean, Antonio Jordan's 6'6", so we're listed at 6'6". He looked big out there. He looked like our tallest guy, and threw it high to where he had to go get it, where only he could get it, and he got it. And so it was That was an impressive throw. He had one to him on the sidelines where he threw it off his back foot, but threw it to where only he could get it right at the end. It was a great throw. But yeah, just looking at the two, AJ Hill's just not ready, and I feel like, and this is just the pessimistic fan that I am, that I feel like he's going to get an unfair opportunity to get the job just because he was their guy that they brought over. But
that even makes it more impressive, though, in a game situation that KJ, who doesn't know the playbook near as good as AJ Hill,
right, yeah,
and doesn't know what the coaches are looking for, I mean, that makes it even more impressive that in their
yeah,
first live game situation that he had a better day whenever AJ Hill had a year on him.
mm-hmm.
Now, like I
Yeah,
said, I'm not hating on AJ Hill. Lord, he's a true
no, yeah,
freshman last year, so he'll be a redshirt,
yeah,
or I mean, he'll be a redshirt freshman this year, and that's
yeah,
he's still young.
yeah,
But I did see the nice read option he had where he ran it in the end zone. I saw that highlight,
yeah,
and
yeah,
the problem with that is we're just going to be comparing everybody to Taylor Green on that stuff, and you just ain't
right,
going to look
yeah,
like Taylor doing that. I
right,
want to ask you about one guy real quick, Cam
mm-hmm.
Settles.
Mm-hmm.
7 carries, 57, and a tutty. So that's like 8 yards a pop and a tutty.
Yeah,
I mean, he led all. Obviously, I think Brendan Russell's going to be the guy, but he led
yeah,
all backs in yards and had the only touchdown for the running backs. He looks like
yeah,
he's a good, solid number 2 SEC running back.
yeah, yeah. No, he had a good day. I made a couple notes here. Yeah, yeah, he looked good too. He, yeah, I mean, he'll probably be. Braylon's obviously going to be our bruiser, so he probably won't end a lot of games with the most carries. He may. I mean, there will be games where he will, other games where he won't. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, he's going to be our work back. But yeah, I think Cam Settles will be sufficient as a more get it like a more touches back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, serviceable. I think it's going to be running back by committee. I don't think it's going to be like where, and I could be wrong. We're just in the spring. I've watched the spring
Yeah.
game
Yeah.
once.
Yeah.
So you never know. But yeah. And then one positive note for the white team. True freshman, Blair Trey Irvin from Bentonville, who graduated early so he could be there for the spring. He had an amazing catch on the sideline for the white squad. Kind of falling out of bounds. We got a foot down. It was it wasn't a great throw, but brought it down. So that was a really good play. And then, but one name that was pretty much absent, that just continues to kind of be a little bit of a disappointment is Courtney Crutchfield.
Forgot about Courtney.
Uh,
They've been hyping him up a little bit.
I mean, they have been on like social media and stuff,
He didn't have
but
a catch.
no, didn't hear his name called. He had, they did like a receiver pass, and he like completed a pass, but that was about it. Yeah, he was MIA as far as receptions. So that was, and I was kind of watching for him too.
Yeah, for sure.
Out there. So and he was out there. I mean, he played.
Yeah.
There's plenty of snaps. But with the ones,
the most important question that I have is: was there a little of foreshadowing with what they had the quarterbacks wearing Saturday?
Yeah.
And were you a fan?
So they wore those last spring game too.
Oh, did they?
Quarterbacks did. I don't think they wore black pants though. I think they wore white pants. They were wearing black pants, black unis, and white helmets. White helmets.
Yeah.
This time. And I don't know what this was about, but the hog at midfield was white, outlined in black.
I saw that.
It looked just like the flag behind you, minus the red around it.
Yeah.
Just white with black outline. and then they blacked out the SEC logo and the Tyson logo were black and white, and the Walmart Spark was just white. So they went all white and black on that, but they also didn't paint the end zones red. They were just grass with white Arkansas Razorbacks.
Yeah.
So I think I said when I met KJ earlier this year, right after Silverfield got hired, he said that they had, because I brought up the jersey thing and all that. He said that they were looking to make some changes to some things, that Silverfield was wanting to mix up jerseys, other stuff. And so I don't know, maybe we'll see some things. But anyway, you asked this a very long answer for did I see and like the quarterback jerseys. So they did wear that last spring game. I was not there, but I know they wore them. But I think they wore white pants. But if I was doing black, I need some red in there somewhere. They were strictly black and white. And even the helmets that the quarterbacks wore were white with a white hog outlined in black. So there was no red at all. Which I'm like, if you're gonna do black, you better have some red in there somewhere. I'm not, the old man.
Here comes the traditionalist, the old man traditionalist, Andrew Drake.
Absolutely. No. Yeah. I want some changes, but I want them to be the right changes. Like, I'm telling you, give me some input. Let me get, as a lifelong, I feel like we're the prime age of tradition and moving forward, anyway, get some red in there.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Dude, I was kind of digging it. Dude, it's just like all I want is just give me that exact color combo that those quarterbacks wore, or even a black helmet instead. I don't care. Give me the all blacks with a blackout night game in Fayetteville. Turn the freaking lights off. Get the light like everybody else in the country does. The lights flashing, dude.
I don't think we've updated the light.
On our way to 3-9, it would be electric. It would be electric. On our way to 4-8 next year. I mean, it's so funny because me and Parker, it's that time of year where, like, on Saturdays there's nothing on. There's no college football, no college basketball, and we came across on YouTube best college football entrances, so we started watching them, and of course it was like Virginia Tech. They're showing like 3 minutes of them all, and Texas A&M and Florida State, and everybody's turning the lights off. And my son's like, "Why do we not do that, Dad?" And I was like, "'Cause we're stupid, Parker." He's like, "It's not fair." He's like, "How cool would that be?" I was like, "It'd be awesome, wouldn't it?" I was like, "But we're just behind the times." He's like, "Well, that's not fair." I was like, "I agree. It's not fair. That's a good word for it."
Well,
I mean,
I didn't look at the lights, but I don't think that we have upgraded the lights in the off season. I think they're the same. So, we don't even have the option to do it as of now. So, because they're the lights they're probably the original lights from when they upgraded the stadium, like around 2000 or whenever it was.
I'm sure. I think we're the only school in the SEC who doesn't do it. Freaking Ole Miss does it. That crap hole.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
But anyways, all right. Well, thanks for the live feet on the ground, boots on the ground report from the spring game.
And again, just it's a new coach, new roster, everything. There's weren't many shots taken downfield. I remember when Petrino got hired, the first play of his first spring game, they threw it 60 yards down the field, and everybody just went nuts. So there was really no shots taken downfield. Like I said, CJ Brown ran that one the majority of the way. There really wasn't a lot of deep shot. KJ took a couple. I mean, but it still wasn't 40 yards down the field. They were, just kind of. But
KJ's got that Bobby P in him. He knows how to gunsling it a little bit. He's got a year of Bobby.
Yeah.
So
we'll see. They got fall camp to tune it up. So we'll see.
All right. That is your spring football report. Quickly, NFL draft was this weekend. 4 hogs were taken. What I put the number at 4.5. I think you nailed it. You went under.
I think I went
Julie,
over actually.
did you?
I'll
You thought,
admit I went.
you thought Story would get
I
drafted,
thought
right?
Sawyer would get drafted
Yeah, that's right.
and
Julian Neal.
Campbell. I thought both of them would.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised Cam didn't get drafted. But Julian Neal, 3rd round to the reigning Super Bowl champion, the Seattle Seahawks. I just can't believe we had a defensive back that got drafted in the 3rd round with how
I know
bad
we're all looking for Mike Washington, and it's freaking Julian Neal, who all I saw was the back of his 23 jersey all year with a receiver catching it,
chasing a receiver.
Yeah.
Mike Washington Jr., 4th round to Vegas. Him and Fernando Mendoza gonna turn Vegas around.
Very surprising pick though, with them drafting Genty at like 6 overall last year.
Yeah, that kind of sucks that he's gonna be
so.
But yeah, maybe he'll be their number 2 guy and get 6-7 carries a game, maybe.
Yeah.
Fernando Carmona drafted by the Tennessee Titans in the 5th round, and quarterback Taylon Green, of all places, gonna go get mentored by Shadur Sanders. The Cleveland Browns in the 6th round. I feel like Taylon will never hear or see from him again if he goes to that just death sentence dog pit that is Cleveland.
So I guess they were talking about it. I guess and I forget his name, but a guy that's worked a lot with Lamar Jackson is in Cleveland now.
Oh, okay.
So they said that if anybody can use his skill set, it's this coach, whoever it was that they mentioned at the draft. And I was like, that's not a surefire quarterback room.
No.
Somehow Deshaun Watson is still on that roster, and they still have to pay him a lot of money. So apparently he's going to be in the mix for the starting job. And then Shadur obviously took over the last little bit. So
And Dylan Gabriel from Oregon. So
yeah, I think Dylan Gabriel will not be there at the end of spring, or I almost said spring training, at the end of training camp. So I think somebody's going to offer for him to go to trade for him, but I it's my prediction. But yeah, I mean, I think there's a chance he gets an opportunity to at least show what he can do.
who better to mentor you than Deshaun Watson and Shadur Sanders? What 2 better humans could be out there?
And he's such a good kid too. Just literally just stay away and do your own thing and listen to the coaches.
That's right, Taylor.
Just have a lot of one-on-one time with the coaches and stay away from the rest of the room.
That is right. And we'll wrap it up. Diamond Hogs take 2 out of 3 against Missouri. I said last week it's not good enough. You got to sweep Missouri.
0-18 in the SEC at home before that.
Yeah, and so bad deal that they gave one up there. Got Ole Miss coming to Fayetteville this weekend. Ole Miss is 1 game ahead of you in the standings. Us and Ole Miss have had some battles over the years.
Yeah.
That's my least favorite baseball team. But I think I saw something where they need to go. They got 3 series left: Ole Miss, Oklahoma, and Kentucky. And someone said if they go 7-2 in that final stretch, they could still host a regional. They're not going 7-2. So more than likely we'll be traveling somewhere for a regional, which is fine. It's just gonna be a little different than what we're used to.
Yeah.
But last time we traveled for a regional, we made the College World Series. So
yeah.
Anyways, but yeah, Ole Miss coming to town. Top 25 series are still ranked number 24. So the streak still lives of being ranked for however many weeks in a row. It's like triple anybody else in the country. So The streak lives on. But that's about all I got. NBA playoffs are going about as planned. Nothing new going on there. Lakers and the Thunder looks like they'll be matching up in the second round. So you get some SGA versus LeBron. That should be good for the ratings. And the rest of the series are, I think, outside of the T-Wolves are up 3-1 on the Nuggets, which is a little bit of a surprise.
But
But
Anthony Edwards is out
and,
for like a couple weeks or more.
is he really? I didn't see that.
Yeah, he apparently looked bad. They were all thinking torn ACL. I forget what the actual diagnosis was. It wasn't torn ACL, but he's gonna miss some time. So there's opportunity for Denver to come back and own.
Well, if everybody listened, I said Celtics -7. They won by 8. You beat 3-0 if you bet my 3 NBA locks I've given you all the last 3 pods. So if you don't like money, then just don't listen to me. If you do like money, keep betting what I tell you to bet, even though I don't have a bet for this pod. So, anyways, that's going to wrap us up here. Spring game recap in the books. Football is officially, we will not hear from them again, I guess, until SEC Media Days, probably, which is in like July. So, football will be on the back burner for a while. Mika Madness is here. Hogs, #1 recruiting class in the country. Diamond Hogs, Ole Miss at home this weekend. That is a wrap. Andrew, final words. Take us home, brother.
Hey, as always, stay classy and never yield. Go Hogs.
Woo pig.